Buckle up, kids, we're embarking on a journey to Newstown.
Yeah, don't forget.
Put your eyes to good use and gaze upon this Hungarian man recovering in the hospital.
That is not a broken arm.
That there is an arm that was completely severed off at the elbow and was subsequently reattached.
But let us backtrack a bit.
To a time forgotten.
Someday.
In a land far away.
Austria.
This guy was busy cleaning a machine that processes construction rubble.
When all of a sudden the fates turned a nasty cheek.
And the machine sliced off his arm right here. Shink!
And like any normal level-headed guy who happens to get his arm cut off, he jumped in his car.
But then he jumped out of his car because he realized he left his arm behind at the scene and he figured he probably needed it for future endeavors.
He threw it in a boot to keep it cool and proceeded to drive 15 kilometers to the nearest hospital.
Because when you're bleeding to death, you only measure distances in kilometers.
That's the only reason to ever measure things in kilometers.
We're American.
Sorry. Not sorry. He arrives at said hospital and tries to get buzzed in, but doesn't speak enough German to properly describe his tricky situation.
Or enough arms to properly sign his situation. So he's forced to drive to the parking garage and walk into the hospital like a normie.
Cleo walks up to the reception desk and says something along the lines of, "Don't worry, I'm not armed."
And they have a jolly laugh together.
And then he says, "But really, this is my arm, and I'm bleeding to death. Thank you. Can you sew it back on?"
And they did.
But not before airlifting him to another hospital for the procedure.
And they did.
Authorities say the only reason he was able to survive the ordeal and escort himself to the hospital was because he was in a state of shock. He also wrote a screenplay.
And achieved cold fusion.
And delivered a litter of corgis.
And scored a touchdown.
Shock is crazy.
This story is crazy. But could you please delight us with other stories of human survival that you or somebody close to you may have endured in the comments down below.
Or just something you saw on Animal Planet. And like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the annotation. My name is Elliot Morgan.
I am Joe Beretta.
And I want to take a moment just to make sure we run through it sometimes, but you really should like the video. And I'm not just saying that because it helps us and it keeps us employed and it makes us shoot to the top of the YouTube ranks. I'm saying it because it's an amazing video. You know it in your heart, I know it in my heart. Let's make something happen, okay? All right, this is my motivational call to action. I don't know, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's your life.
Have a good one.
Bye.